This is the Calculus Pre-Lecture Series. I'm Caitlin Murphy, and this podcast is on the mean value theorem. So let's consider a continuous function on an open interval that includes the points a and b, like we have drawn here. And we want to look at the rate of change between a and b. Remember, if we want to look at the average rate of change between a and b, we can do that by just drawing a straight line from the point f of a to f of b, like so. And then the slope can be found as just f of b minus f of a over b minus a. That's the slope of the average rate of change from a to b. But let's consider the instantaneous rate of change at the point a. So our tangent line to the curve at the point a maybe looks something like this. And our tangent line to the curve at point b looks something like this. Okay? So we can see that these slopes the slope at a is positive and the slope at b is negative. So if we looked at points in between a and b and started drawing in these tangent lines, so if we move a little bit to the right of a, we have a tangent line here, maybe one right here, and if we go to the left of b, we have one like this. And notice that as we go along this curve, these tangent lines are going to change, and they have to go from the slope where it is at a all the way to the slope at b. And at some point, say a point here, maybe it's right about here, we'll call it c, the slope of the tangent line at that point c in between a and b is going to be the same as the slope of the average rate of change between a and b. And the slope of this tangent line is going to be f prime of c. So we can see that on this open interval between a and b, there's going to exist at least one point c where the instantaneous rate of change at the point c, f prime of c, is equal to the average rate of change between a and b. Okay? This is the general idea of the mean value theorem. Let's look at the written out theorem. So here we are, theorem. Suppose y equals f of x is a continuous function on an interval of the form a to b and differentiable on the open interval a to b. So that's what we had before in our picture. Then there's at least one point c, that's the one we found in our picture, in that interval in between a and b at which f prime of c equals f of b minus f of a over b minus a, which is the average rate of change.